What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KTY, the youngest baby. We are back with another reaction video, baby. Today, we will be reacting to 3 scary, true stalker horror stories. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your folks, share with your friends. And by the way, this video is made by the creator, Mr. Nightmare. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare. I will be sure to leave a fucking link to the original video down below in the comment section. If you guys want more reactions, be sure to recommend them to me. I will love to read some of these comments to see what you guys have. And if you guys enjoy this series of reactions, be sure to come back. We gonna be reacting to a lot much more shit. I'm gonna be more active on this channel. You know, I hardly be active on this channel. I do have a gaming channel I'm more active on. I will also leave a link down below in the comment section for that. But I'm gonna step out you guys' faces. Let's get into the reaction video, y'all. Let's go. Story 1 by Olivia. Okay, let's go, nigga.
I'm a 21-year-old who's currently home for the summer from college.
Alright.
I haven't been able to sleep for the past 4 days. It started 2 weeks ago. I usually go to this mom and pop bagel place right by my house. I buy the same thing and sometimes bring home bagels for my family.
Okay.
I'd gone on a weekday around 10 a.m. As I walked in, there was a young guy working the counter, maybe 24 or 25. He greeted me and asked what he could get for me while watching me intently. I gave him my order, then went to grab my credit card out of my wallet, only to have all my spare change fall out onto the floor. I was mortified. Before I could blink, the employee rushed around from behind the counter to help me pick it all up. While he crouched on the floor,
I can already sense he's the stalker. Like, just off the first few minutes, I can already tell this nigga is a Joe from You. If y'all ever watched that TV show, this nigga is a Joe from You. That's what I'm guessing right now.
I noticed he injured his finger, and I automatically felt 10 times worse. I insisted that he didn't need to help me, but he was adamant and picked up the rest of the coins. I asked how he injured his finger. He sighed and explained that he had dislocated it while playing rugby. We talked about rugby briefly, how long he'd been playing and where he played. Completely harmless conversation. I paid and wished him a nice day. Later that afternoon, I checked my Instagram notifications. I saw someone had started following me, and I mindlessly clicked the notification. Seeing the profile picture, my stomach dropped. It was the guy from the bagel place. I was baffled. I didn't know how he even found me. Logistically speaking, my socials are just my first and last name, so if someone really wanted to find me, it'd be pretty easy.
See, I never get motherfuckers that do that goofy shit. If your social media is your first and last name, use a dumb fuck. I'm just letting you know that. No one makes their social media their first and last name unless if you're old as shit. If you're in your grandfather or grandma stage, bitch, that's the only time you could do that. Other than that, nigga, you shouldn't even. That shouldn't be an option. I could get if it was like your first and last name in like a nickname kind of way. No, you have your first and legal last name on your social media. You're dumb as shit. Just letting you know that. It's easy as fuck to find you. Just letting you know that. All a nigga has to do is type in your name on Google and your shit just pops right up. That's the craziest shit, ain't it? Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know.
But he'd have to know my name, and I didn't even say it. All I asked was
Oh,
how
well,
he
that
injured
nigga
his
was
finger.
just stalking you, bitch.
I tried to think of possible ways, like did he look at the name on the credit card, or was my name on the receipt? I removed him as a follower and left it alone. About a half hour later,
He
he
followed you
followed me
back?
again. Then
Yeah.
he DM'd me. The message said that he hoped it wasn't weird that he had found my Instagram.
Oh, that nigga stalking you, baby girl. He's stalking you. You see, let me just express. You should have just blocked this nigga and moved on. Like, you gonna sit up here and add him towards the place. He can add you back. Why do that? Just block his ass. And y'all might sit up here and say, he has multiple accounts. We don't know that. We're in the middle of a story. I could cut this story and get the conversation with y'all.
He claimed he couldn't stop thinking about me.
What?
Now I felt uneasy. It wasn't even that I didn't know him. I'm public online because of my career in music and theater. Random followers don't scare me. I can handle
Oh
DMs from
my
creeps
god.
online. This was much more serious and unnerving. This guy had access to me in person. His work was 10 minutes from my house. I decided to block him, thinking that would be the end of it.
He
But
made
boy,
a
was I
second
wrong.
account.
My job started up again. I worked from 7:30
This nigga showed up to your show, bitch. Is that what you're about to tell us?
to 3 and then had rehearsal for a show from 6 to 10 p.m.
He showed
I
up
was
at your
on my
show?
lunch break and checked my phone, only to see the guy had made another account and was spam liking all my posts. I had over 50 notifications from him
What the
alone.
fuck? Okay.
The messages complimented my appearance and questioned why I
Hey,
blocked
yo.
him and repeatedly insisted that he only wanted to get to know me. I went to rehearsal
Nigga,
like normal.
take the hint. She doesn't want you. Like, I'ma just be blunt. I don't get niggas that do this goofy ass shit. Nigga, if a bitch, let me just, I gotta get rid of the little screen real quick. Let me just thoroughly express this shit. If a girl blocks your ass, take that as a fucking hint that she does not like you. I'm gonna just be blunt when I sit up and I tell you, you texting her, chasing after her, that's not what she wants. That's giving stalker, bitch. Just letting you know that. And that's for male and female. It's giving stalker. Just letting you thoroughly understand that. If a motherfucker sit up here and blocks you, and then you make a second, third, fourth, fifth account trying to talk to them, they didn't block you on accident. They did it on purpose. Just letting you thoroughly understand that. Just letting you thoroughly understand that.
And during our 5-minute break, I checked my phone. I had over 100 notifications
What the
across
fuck?
multiple platforms. In addition to Instagram, he'd now found my Snapchat and
Oh my
TikTok.
god.
He spam liked all of my TikToks that went back to 2022. Worst of all was the string of DMs he'd sent. The messages became increasingly demanding. He repeatedly asked why I wasn't answering him, complained about having to make new accounts after being blocked, commenting that I looked pretty that day.
What the fuck? This shit is based off a true story, by the way. This is 3 true scary stalker horror stories. What the fuck, nigga? And this is just the first one. What the fuck? And I know there's way worse out there. This isn't the topping of the cake. I know it's a lot much more worse stalking incidents. Best believe this ain't the top of the cake. This is like not even the middle. It's not even the bottom. This shit is like dead ass. Like, how do I say? If I say how high I am, like I'm on Jupiter right now. This is as far as like Earth.
Mentioning seeing me on Hinge and questioning why I hadn't
Some of the
matched with
smallest
him,
shit
and
yet.
eventually began angrily demanding a response. My heart was racing as I stood in silence, processing everything. What was this guy's deal? I felt helpless during the remainder of rehearsal, spiraling until it finished at
He
10
wants
p.m.
to get to know
I
you,
walked out of the
but you don't
stage
want
door,
him.
gripping my keys
So
tightly.
stalking.
I was only
I'm
a
gonna be
few
real
steps
with you.
out when I came to a stop.
He was
Something
standing
had just
outside.
moved by my car. I stopped and squinted. From
He
what
was
I could
standing
see,
outside.
it looked like a man hovering around my driver's side window. I stared out into the dark parking lot. I'm nearsighted, so I couldn't really even see him that well.
Oh my god.
I bolted back inside through the stage door, locking
Yeah.
it, and I raced to find one of the other actors from rehearsal. I ended up finding Finn, who was the head stage manager. My hands were shaking badly, and I could barely get the words out. Finn calmed me down, and I told him everything. He
My
said he would check
god.
first and then walk me to my car. I
Fuck
sat
all
in the
that
green
checking,
room
nigga.
waiting
Call
while
the
he checked.
cops.
Nothing.
You was an actor,
My
nigga.
phone
You should have
buzzed.
called the cops.
Another DM. The message stated that I looked good in blue. That did it. I started to cry uncontrollably, scared out of my mind. Finn, being the angel he was, stayed later to calm me down and walk me to my car. My nerves were shot as I looked around the nearly pitch-black parking lot. I prayed he wasn't going to emerge from out of nowhere. There were tons of places he could
That
rush out
nigga
from.
wanted
Behind the
you.
garbage bin,
He
behind the
wanted you
trees,
bad.
the fence in the back, behind my car.
Yeah.
Finn was beside me as I walked over to my car. I started to open my door when I saw it. 2 distinct handprints on my driver's side window. I wasn't paranoid. He had really been standing there. I couldn't even blame it on imagining things. He'd found the theater.
Hold up. Hold the fuck up. This is based on the actual fucking story? I was just joking when I said that shit, y'all. What the fuck? This nigga was really. He probably nutted on your door too. Just letting you know that. Like he probably really just he nutted on your shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. He was standing like this too, trying to get a peek in. That nigga, oh my god, this is really based on an actual fucking story. I apologize to you, ma'am. I'm sorry. From the dear of my
I didn't
heart.
even begin to fathom how until it hit me. My Instagram story. I'd reposted the cast announcement from the theater, and he'd found out the address.
Oh my
I
god.
wanted to kick myself. I was going to be there all week, and now he knew where I was. Finn walked me to my car every day during rehearsal to ease my
That
mind.
shit not gonna
I was
help. File
restless
a
at night.
police report.
If he could find the
You're getting
theater, he
stalked
might
and
be
you're
able to
not.
find my
Oh my
address and
god,
my
bitch.
workplace. When would he stop?
He's not going to stop. File a fucking police report. You're white too. I'm guessing that you're white. File a fucking police report. Bitch, file a police report. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're white and you felt threatened and this nigga is suspicious as hell. You know where he work at. You know all this shit already. And you have proof. File a fucking police report. Why the fuck that keep going. Keep going. I'm
I
nah
did
nah.
everything I could to cover my tracks. I wouldn't post myself on my story until I'd gotten
See,
home.
that's doing too
I
much.
took an
Just file a
alternate route to
police
work.
report on the
I
nigga.
warned the theater
Get
about
him
it,
locked
and I
up.
stopped going to the bagel shop. This angered him, and it only got worse. He was
Yeah.
blowing up my phone with angry DMs. The messages complained that I had stopped coming into the shop. He asked where I had gone. He questioned why I was no longer at work when expected. He would repeatedly ask where I was and eventually warn me
Bro.
that he could easily find me. Now I
Bro.
was wondering if I needed to involve the police or was I
You're questioning that you need to involve the police. Bitch, yes. Who the fuck? You can't be this fucking special when your life is in jeopardy. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Leave down below in the comment section if y'all ever had a stalker and how did y'all situation go? Did you go straight to the police or did you wait? And I know for some of y'all motherfuckers, most of y'all stalkers will be your ex bitch or ex nigga. I understand that. I used to have a stalker ex bitch. We all done been through that. We all done had them. They come and they go. And by the way, fuck that hoe. But off of that though, word of bro. Word of bro. Express your stalker situation down below in the comment section. I would really want to know. Like dead ass. And then tell me like how long the motherfucker got if he went to jail or not. Or if they went to jail or not. Let me know. Let me know.
being dramatic? Was it serious enough to involve the police?
What the
The
fuck?
performance dates were
Get the
coming
fuck
up.
out of here, bitch. You what do you mean it's not serious enough? This nigga just told you he could come get you if he really wanted to. And don't make him have to come find you. That's basically what he told you, just in different wording. That's exactly what he just told you. And you're sitting up here telling us that you don't want to go to the cops.
I was terrified he was going to come to the theater.
No shit,
I told
bitch.
the theater staff about it, and they told me they'd keep me safe.
Bitch, fuck all
Eventually, it was
that.
opening weekend. I didn't come out to the lobby after the first two shows since no one I knew was able to make it. After the Saturday matinee, one of my friends in the cast came to find me. She told me someone had come to see me and had left flowers.
Bitch, fuck all that. That nigga leaving you flowers, bitch. He knows you there. He knew you wasn't gonna miss out on that. He already knew that. Bucko. He knows you're there.
I felt bad, thinking maybe one of my friends had stopped by as a surprise. It was from my stalker. He left a bouquet of flowers and a note. The note said that he was disappointed that I hadn't come to see him after the show. It
Right, bitch?
mentioned that I hadn't returned for bagels and was no
Oh.
longer parking in my usual spot at work,
Oh.
but he claimed that he would be patient. It said the roses would look lovely in my bedroom, and added that I didn't need the stage manager to walk me to my car because I had him. So that was the last straw. I went straight to management.
That was the last straw. That little message. By the way, we could have skipped over all this shit if you would have just had his ass arrested. Just letting you thoroughly understand that. You should have been had his ass locked up at the very get go, at the very beginning. Your ass gonna sit up here and have this nigga still roaming around. He knows where you work at. He basically almost knows where the fuck you stay at, and you still got this nigga roaming the streets. Why? Why? That's all I question myself sometimes when I watch these videos.
with the flowers and note in hand. Apparently, some girl they'd recently hired to work box office had let him in. He told her he was my boyfriend and asked where I would come out after the performance so he could meet me. Worst of all, he'd purchased tickets for the entirety of the show's run. The director ended up calling an emergency meeting to explain everything. He was banned by the theater and his tickets were voided. I haven't heard anything since, and I'm currently trying to file a restraining order against him. I'm just praying he backs off and leaves me alone.
That is not happening. Just let you thoroughly understand that. Hold on, I gotta get rid of the little screen. Just let you thoroughly understand that. That is not fucking happening. Why did you not go the first time to the police station the minute that this shit started? You wait till this nigga made hundreds of fucking TikTok, Instagram accounts to stalk you on, hoping that he'll just leave you alone. After the third or fourth account, that nigga was not finna leave you alone. I leave motherfuckers alone. I'm not gonna make a second or third account just to talk to you. That's some bullshit. That's stupid. Once you block me, you block me. That's it. I'm cool. Adios. Deuces. Like, I'm chucking up the big deuce-o, bitch. What a bro. Next story. Story 2 by Flo C, channel member. Shout out, Flo C.
This happened back in 2018. For
Mm.
some context to the story, I live in
Wasn't
northern
2018 some of the best shit yet? We had a good time back in 2018, nigga. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, nigga. That's what. Oh, that was the time. That was a fucking time. 2018, bitch. Don't make me start to reminisce. I'm reminiscing on that shit right now. Damn. 2018. XXX Tentacion, bitch. Like, nigga, you had to been around. You had to been around. And I think YB was out at the time. 38 baby. You had to been around. If you wasn't around, you was bullshitting. I don't even think that's around that time period. It probably was. I don't know. I don't remember precisely. All I know is that X was in it. That's all I remember. And I remember "Look at Me" was one of my favorite songs. Look at me, fuck on me. All right, let's go.
Ireland on a street with a row of shops directly opposite my house. At the very end of this row is a pharmacy, which is the first shop you see when you turn into my street.
Okay.
Anyway, I was driving back to my house at about 2 a.m. from my friend's house.
All right.
All I could think about was getting into bed and was on autopilot on the short drive home. As I got closer to my street, I could see a figure standing outside the pharmacy. I really didn't think twice about it and just assumed it was
This in the
someone
UK?
drunk or on a late night walk.
It should
As
look
I
like
got
the
closer
UK.
to turn into my street, I could see that the person hadn't moved at all. They were dressed completely in black and were standing on the pavement directly in front of the pharmacy doors. Even from inside my car, something felt off.
Yeah, no
I had
shit.
lived on the street most of my life and had heard some stories of attempted break-ins into the pharmacy, so it dawned on me I might have been witnessing this person about to try breaking in.
If it was me, bitch, I would have pulled off. I'm not gonna lie to you. My blackness, my black spidey senses would have been tingling. I would have pulled the fuck off. Not gonna bullshit you. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me being a nigga, but me being a real nigga, I would have just pulled the fuck off. I'm not finna walk up to a pharmacy if I see a black nigga just standing right there in a black and black everything in the middle of the night, and you already know that they breaking into pharmacies. So then right there, I would have just walked, bitch. You're doing 200, boss man D-Lo on the highway. Get up with me, nigga. Yeah, I would have been doing that. I'm not finna sit up here and wait.
I turned into my street and slowed down to get a closer look. As
Why the
soon as my
fuck?
headlights had properly lit them up,
See, look,
my
you
heart
being
dropped as
nosy.
the person lifted both of their hands to cover their face. They were also wearing black leather gloves. I could see that this person, who I'm pretty sure was a man, then slowly turned his head following my car driving past with his hands still covering his face. I sped up a bit out of fear of this man watching me, and without thinking, I pulled into my driveway out of instinct, which was directly across the road from the row of shops.
Oh my
The second I
god.
did it, I realized how stupid that was. Now he
Dumbass
knew
bitch.
exactly where I live. I
Exactly.
completely froze as I then tried to think about what to do next. I slowly looked at my rearview mirror to see if that man was still standing across the street. I remember feeling relieved for about half a second before another thought hit me. If he wasn't still standing there, where did he go? It couldn't have been more than 20 seconds since I passed him.
He's about to break into your house since you wanted to be fucking nosy. That's really what's gonna happen. Excuse me. Got me some water.
I took a deep breath and opened my car door.
You
I
was
don't
a
think I've
goofy
ever
bitch.
run so
Why
fast
the
to my
fuck?
front door and
Oh
turned the
my
key in the
god.
lock. I got into my house and locked the door behind me, trying to calm myself down. I texted my friend to let them know I was home and mentioned the encounter with the man.
Yeah.
They said I probably scared the guy off when I drove by and that I was overthinking it. At the time, that actually sounded reasonable. I thought briefly about calling the police to explain what happened, but I didn't actually see the man commit any crimes, so I
Oh my god, bitch. I hate how they do this shit. You ain't see him commit a crime. Bitch. You ain't see him commit a crime. Like, like, bitch, it's like sometimes I just want to hit some of y'all in the back of the head with a Ciroc bottle. Like, you ain't see a motherfucker commit crime. You ain't see a nigga commit crime. So when he did this to your fucking car, so you couldn't see his face, and he had black leather gloves on, you ain't see this nigga commit the crime. He's finna OJ Simpson your shit. Just letting you thoroughly understand that. On everything I love, he's finna give you the OJ Simpson. And I'm knowing that you're a white woman. So that fits even perfectly.
decided not to. I was exhausted, so I thought I'd
The
try to
glove
forget
didn't
about it
fit.
and pass it off as
Glove
just
didn't
a weird
fit. He ain't
encounter.
do it.
My bedroom is at the front of the house, which has a clear view of the row of the pharmacy. Before getting into bed, I looked through the blinds one last time to make sure the guy was gone. The street was empty, so I closed the blinds, left my bedroom window slightly open like I always did, and fell asleep
Oh
pretty
my
quickly.
god, bitch, you're
I'm honestly
dumb. You're dumb as shit. You're dumb as shit, bro. Why the fuck do you leave your window open? I'm tired of these folks keep leaving their shit open. I should rob them. They seem like an easy lick. They just got the window wide the fuck open. Why not? Shit, I might as well just go ahead. Take some out the cookie jar, you know?
not sure how long I was asleep for when I suddenly woke up. At first, I didn't know why. I'm quite a deep sleeper, and it's rare for me to wake up out of a deep sleep. I lay in silence for a
This
few
nigga
minutes, slowly
is
looking around my room, trying to figure
in
out
her
what had
room.
pulled me out of a deep sleep. Then I heard it. It was someone humming. It was very faint at first. I stayed completely still and just listened. A few seconds later, I heard it again. Slow humming, like someone casually trying to pass the time. It was coming from what sounded like outside my window. I checked my phone on my bedside table to see it was 3:30 a.m. My body froze. Why would someone be humming outside my bedroom window? Was my mind playing tricks on me? I was trying to convince myself that maybe
Chill
it was
out,
someone
bro.
walking outside, but deep down, I already knew it wasn't. Then I realized my bedroom window was still cracked open. I cannot describe the feeling of lying there, knowing someone could be standing only a few feet away from you in the
That nigga watching you sleep, bitch. He is watching you sleep outside your window like this. He's watching you like this. He just humming and that shit. He like, ah, that's what he's gonna do in a few minutes, bitch. He's sitting there. He just waiting to get caught by you. The minute he gets caught, he's nutting on your brick wall and running off in the dark. I'm just letting you know that.
dark. If this person really wanted to, they could force my window open and come into my bedroom.
Right.
I was alone. If they decided to force the window open, there would be nothing I could do.
That's even more
My
great.
mind was racing as I tried to come up with some kind of plan.
Yeah.
I
That's
knew if I rang the
perfect.
police, the person would surely hear me and know I was awake. I thought in that moment the best thing I could do would be to quietly close and lock my window and then ring the police. I slowly got out of bed, trying as hard as I possibly could to not make any noise. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely move the blinds. Then the humming stopped. I then noticed something else. My heart was beating so fast, I was worried the man would be able to hear it. I shakily, but as slow as I could, pulled back the blinds. As I pulled back the blind, what I saw next was the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life. The man who I'd seen from earlier was standing directly outside my window. That's when it hit me, and I realized the man outside the pharmacy never actually left. The only thing I could think of is he had hidden somewhere nearby when I pulled into my driveway. Not only did he see what house I lived in, but he must have also seen me turn my bedroom light on and close my blinds. He knew exactly which room was mine. He again had his leather-gloved hands covering his face, but this time he had his fingers slightly spread apart so I could see one of his eyes peeking through the gap in his hands, staring right at me. He didn't move or say anything. Rather, he just stood there staring at me through the gap in his fingers. Slowly, I saw one side of his face smile underneath his gloves. I screamed and pushed away from the window. I grabbed my phone and dialed 999, crying so hard the operator could barely understand me. I never felt such relief when I saw the blue and red flashing lights through my blinds. They searched around my house, nearby gardens and alleyways, but there was no sign of the man. The only thing they found was that the glass of the door on the pharmacy had been smashed. The security shutter was down, so the man couldn't get in, so he had given up and left. The police mentioned that he may have noticed me slowing down and watching him. I'm not sure if he wanted to intimidate me for witnessing him about to commit a crime, or whether he had some other reason for following me. I'll never know. I still live in this house today.
Oh
I've
my
never seen that man
God, you was
again,
a dumb
but every
bitch.
time I drive past the pharmacy, specifically late at night, I still look at that exact spot where he was standing. And I
You
always
just
think
waiting
of this
for him
night.
to spin back around, huh? You was just waiting for him to spin back around. Story 3 by TT. Shout out to you, TT.
Literally the same bag.
God damn it.
I'm honestly not surprised at all.
My car's
Yeah,
here.
Nah,
too.
take them motherfuckers back out. Take them shits back out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take them shits out. Who you playing with? Who you playing with?
So
Who
good
you
to see
playing with?
you.
Bitch?
Here's your bag.
Shop the Kate Spade Margot bag.
Domino's best deal ever now includes stuffed crust.
This is magisterial.
See
You see anything that looks like me?
You gonna see? I'm gonna see about you. Don't trip.
Don't go near it.
Don't trip. I'm gonna get back to my video.
This is what you get with cubic zirconia
Keep
status.
playing with them big ass titties. Too. Play with that pussy while I'm recording. Might as well.
This
Alright.
Prior to the experience I'm about to share with you,
Alright.
I was never really apprehensive about living alone. As a single 19-year-old, I was excited to gain some independence by moving out of a not-so-good situation with roommates. I was a server in a chain restaurant not too far from my hometown where I was working full-time hours and making decent money for the time. Not a ton of money, but enough to get an apartment of my own. Thankfully, there was an apartment complex down the road from my job that seemed safe and affordable for a single person. Apartments in my price range usually meant not having the most well-behaved neighbors, but despite the low cost of the apartment, everything seemed normal and relatively safe for the first few months of my lease. I kept a fairly consistent schedule: work, home, repeat. The only time I left my house outside of working was usually just to check my mail at the leasing office or bring my garbage to the dumpsters that were supplied by the landlord. Both of those errands were in the apartment complex less than half a mile away, a detail that will later be important in the events to come. After the first few peaceful months of living on my own, I started noticing strange things happening in my apartment, things I couldn't explain.
Like what?
I came home from work one day and instantly felt like something was off as soon as I stepped.
This apartment setup is already creepy as shit. I don't like this hallway. I feel like I'm walking down to Jeffrey Dahmer's house or apartment. I don't like it. No, sir.
Inside. It didn't feel like someone was watching me, but it felt more like someone had been there while I was gone. The energy was just different. My apartment was on the second floor.
That's why I wouldn't want to live in no apartment complex by my damn self. Like, Out of all spots, I think not even really a house, maybe a condo. You know, like but apartment by your damn self. Just think about it. Like just think about how quiet that shit is. Ugh. Like such a quiet ass person. Like, and it's okay to be quiet. You know, I'm a quiet person in real life. Like, but I like a little bit of my music to be playing too. Knowing me, I'll probably have headphones at that time. Just have them on. But
Floor, so I had a set of stairs to climb before the space opened up to the living room and connecting kitchen.
okay.
As soon as I approached the living room, I immediately noticed very large, man-sized muddy footprints all over the carpet and leading into the kitchen. Call me stupid, but I went straight to the kitchen to see if someone was in there. It was empty with the exception of more muddy footprints. The kitchen offered no place for an adult to hide, so I searched the rest of the apartment before taking inventory of my valuables. Nothing was missing, which almost confused me even more than if something had been stolen. I called the leasing office to see if any maintenance workers were scheduled to be in my apartment that day, because that would definitely explain the footprints. They weren't the most professional company, so I thought maybe they forgot to let me know. The leasing office confirmed what I was dreading, though. No maintenance workers had been scheduled to be in my home that day. I had a friend that also lived in that same apartment complex just a few streets away. I told him everything I saw. He chalked it up to me being paranoid and said that I probably walked through my house with muddy boots on and forgot.
Nigga, I think I would remember walking around the house with some muddy ass shoes on. I would remember not walking around the house without slides on, bitch. I think I will remember walking through the house without shoes on or with shoes on, bitch. Come on now. That don't make no fucking sense. Like, and then you're not even gonna call the cops for DNA. I would have called the cops and told them, hey man, someone's been broken my house. Can y'all do some DNA testing or some shit? They gotta do it. I mean shit, they do it for every other crime. Nigga probably left his fingerprints. You never know.
I know I didn't forget, and
Shit,
I
why
knew I
not?
wasn't crazy. A few days passed with no incident, but I knew I needed to pay closer attention to things like locking my doors and windows.
Why the fuck locking your doors and windows, bitch? You wasn't doing that in the first place. Like, why do y'all trust motherfuckers that much? Like, I don't get that. Like, y'all niggas trust motherfuckers that much? Next time I'll lock my doors and windows. You wasn't doing that in the first place? That's how a lot of you white folks get robbed in these new neighborhoods, man. Y'all move to these new neighborhoods. Y'all leave y'all door and y'all windows unlocked. That's exactly what they be testing too, because they know y'all not hood. That's the reason why they know that psychologically y'all thinking like, oh, ain't nobody gonna break in here. You could have the most weakest shit in your house. Someone's still gonna break into that bitch. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Word, bro. I probably would have broken in your shit. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Especially if I knew you left your shit unlocked. Why not? Why the fuck not? Like that's an easy lick. That's you left your shit unlocked? Come on now. I'm joking, by the way. I'm fucking joking. Take the joke. I would never break into someone's house. Never have I ever broken into someone's house. Back to the story. Oh shit.
From what we raise on the flagpole to what we raise in our hand, we've earned these stripes.
A few streets away, I told him everything I saw. He chalked it up to me being paranoid and said that I probably walked through my house with muddy boots on and forgot. I know I didn't forget, and I knew I wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
A few days passed with no incident, but I knew I needed to pay closer attention to things like locking my doors and windows. This brought me some peace of mind, and just when I thought I could start to move on from the situation, things got worse and more strange. I started noticing some strange but non-threatening things, like my brand new jug of water that I stored in the fridge was now open and sitting on my kitchen counter and half gone.
Whoever breaking into your crib, nigga, That nigga freeloader, cuz he broke into your shit and drunk your water. How did that shit make you feel? That nigga broke into your house. Then he's still not special. He drunk half your water bottle and then set it on your countertop. How do you feel, nigga? That shit had your name on it. And another nigga drunk your shit and had it sitting like this on your countertop, nigga. How the fuck do you feel? Express how you feel right now.
Another time, I noticed my heat had been cranked up to the highest possible setting, something I know I wouldn't have done since I was responsible for paying the heating bill. Each time something like this happened, I would call my friend and tell him what I was experiencing and that I suspected someone of breaking into my apartment. He always chalked it up to me being paranoid and believed I was simply forgetting that I actually did the things I was telling him about.
Man.
After all, what would someone be doing in my apartment?
Anything.
I was a server
What the
and
fuck?
always had cash and coins sitting out in the open, but there was never any money missing. I also had various electronics and other items that a person could have easily taken if they wanted to.
These
but they
niggas
didn't.
could have did anything
After a while
in
of
your
consistent
apartment,
events, but no real evidence to report to the police, I
Oh
actually
my
started
God.
to think that maybe I was crazy or extremely forgetful like my friend said, or maybe I wasn't. After about 2 months of these events, I tried to ignore what was happening since
So hold on, let me get this straight. You let this shit go on for 2 fucking months? You let it go on for 2 months. Why? Just fucking like just answer that question for me, bro. Why? Why would you let this go on for 2 months? 2 months. You let this go on for 2 months of weird shit just happening around your house. You letting it slide. It was probably the maintenance people coming in your shit too. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
nobody believed me and I couldn't prove anything. It wasn't until one summer night when I arrived home after a late shift at work. It was around 11 p.m. and pitch black outside. I walked by myself in the parking lot straight to my apartment as I usually did. With my keys in hand, I tried to insert my key into the door lock, but to my horror, my apartment door was already cracked open. Not wide open, but just shy of being completely closed. It was definitely not closed and locked like it was when I left.
Yeah.
I may not have been the most cautious person in the world, but I would never go to work and not lock my door. I know I locked it. I had adopted a young cat at the time, and he didn't go outside. Despite my better judgment and what I would recommend, I decided to go into the apartment alone to make sure my cat was still there. I shouldn't have done that, but I was furious knowing my cat could have escaped, or worse. At this point, I knew with 100% certainty that all these things really had been happening to me, so I began testing my theory. Every time I left the house, no matter how long I left for, I started putting clear tape on the bottom of my door before I left. If it was unstuck or had been moved when I got home, that meant my door had been opened while I was gone. To my not-so-surprise, the tape was either moved or missing every single time. This was my proof that someone had been in my apartment and
Nigga, get yourself a camera in the corner and get the filming. Why the fuck you wasn't recording this nigga?
not just once, countless times.
Oh
And
my
that
God.
was just the beginning. I started coming home and finding my door wide open no matter where I went or how long I was gone for. This included short trips.
This nigga trolling you now. He's just trolling the shit out you. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. He's trolling the shit out of you. He is trolling the fuck out of you,
To
bro.
the nearby leasing office and the garbage dumpsters I mentioned earlier in my story, just a minute or two away. I was left with no other choice but to believe that someone was not just breaking into my apartment, they were actively watching me. Fear and suspicion started to turn into anger. Anger that someone was doing this, anger that nobody believed me, and anger that I hadn't caught the person, making me scared to live alone. I called the police and started filing police reports because they said if the person ever did get caught, I would have a paper trail of evidence to help convict him. Unfortunately, as the months went by, I was still no closer to finding the person. The stalking and harassment became so frequent that I just expected my door to be open each time I arrived home, and it was. I tried to get out of my lease because of how unsafe I felt. The leasing office was unwilling to let me out of my lease or even offer any help at all.
Them
My
niggas
only
is
option
going to
was to
your
file
apartment
police
fucking
reports
with
with the
you,
little
and
information
you're
I had.
letting them.
I
I would have
filed the
just
reports
left.
because of suspicion.
Fuck the leasing office, bitch. I would have just packed my shit and left. That's simple. That simple. Man, I would rather live in a motherfucking car for a few weeks or a motel. Fuck a motel, hotel, to be real. You don't want to go to a motel, nigga. That's the last spot you would want to go to. That nigga just gonna break into your shit again. It's the cheapest option, yeah, but he'll just gonna break through them doors. Them shit's easy to break through. And plus, it's outside. It's easy to get to your door. That nigga might just sit in the bathroom, be jacking off. You walk in on him. Next minute, you got a load on your face while he's jabbing you with his knife. Like it's shit just gets crazy sometimes. You know. You know.
But I had no solid evidence of a break-in or theft. I was at the point where I had to accept that my life would be this way until I was able to move out. It wasn't until one afternoon when I was relaxing at home on my first day off in a while that I saw something that nobody could deny or pass off as paranoia. My gaming system and multiple other electronics were missing from my TV console. This was my first win. My first I told you so.
That nigga took your gaming consoles, nigga. That nigga took your gaming consoles, nigga. That nigga took your game systems, cuz. You got your game console stolen. That shit's funny as fuck to me, bruh. You got your console stolen, bruh. That shit's crazy. You still got the Xbox One? And is that a DVD player, bitch? You still got a Blu-ray DVD player? Who still got those? I still got them. I ain't gonna lie. I still got that shit upstairs. That shit is all the way upstairs, though. It's not even mine. It's my folks. But, yeah. Who the fuck still got Blu-ray DVD players? That shit is crazy.
I wouldn't think having my items stolen would be a good thing, but this was
Only
the first time
OGs be
nobody could
having them
deny
shits
that
for real.
someone had been in my apartment. The theft
Never
actually
even
made it
watched the
feel
movie
way
on that
less
bitch in
creepy than
years.
having a man hanging out in my apartment doing God knows what. I immediately called the police, then called my friend, and told them all what I discovered. The police came and took another report with the new information, and my friend was, for lack of a better word, completely flabbergasted and extremely apologetic. My friend started keeping a closer eye on my apartment, even sometimes lending me his dog to be my home security while I was at work. Thankfully, nothing too serious happened after that. I finished the rest of my lease and moved out, never finding out who the perpetrator was. Fast forward 4 years, and I met my now spouse. We needed a cheap apartment to rent, and even though I vowed to never live in that complex again, we figured that things would be normal since we would be living together.
Nigga, you moved back into the same apartment complex? Oh my god, you're fucking retarded. You're a fucking dumbass, kid. You're fucking retarded, bruh. These niggas stole your game system from you. That's one. Second off, they broke into your crib dozens of times. You didn't say shit. Third off, they probably been stole the system a few weeks ago, and you're just now explaining that shit. Like, bruh, them niggas hit the most devious lick on your fucking crib. It started off with the water bottle. Then it started off with the game console. These niggas just hit a devious lick on you, cuz. How did that shit feel? Talk to America for me. Because, nigga, goddamn, you is really a fuck up.
And it had been years since my experiences. We were correct at first. Just as my previous tenancy started, things were normal and peaceful. Until one day, I was bringing groceries in from the car when I was stopped by a maintenance worker of the complex. He called me by my name and asked me if I used to live in that apartment and pointed to my former apartment. I was freaked out that this guy not only knew my name, but also knew which apartment I lived in years prior.
Because he used to be in that
no
shit.
And asked him how he knew my name and information. He said the leasing agent woman in the office told him. I took a step back from him because at this point, I was genuinely freaked out. He must have sensed my suspicion of him because he followed up with some information I had been waiting for years. He told me that a former maintenance worker of theirs had recently been fired and arrested for breaking into women's apartments, and he thinks I was one of his victims. I felt a huge but equal mix of fear and relief. Not only did the perpetrator have his own key to my apartment, but he was able to keep such a close eye on me because he lived right across the street. Our front doors faced each other, and our apartments were no more than 50 feet apart. This made things so much clearer. Every time I left for work, checked the mail, did anything outside of my apartment, even for just a few minutes, he was watching and able to enter and exit my apartment so quickly. To this day, I'm thankful that I was never victim of something worse, but I still carry these experiences with me today. Never take your safety for granted. Trust your instincts. Better to be safe than sorry.
Yo, that shit was fucking crazy, y'all. If you guys like this video right here, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your folks, share with your motherfucking friends, bitch. And I am KTY, the youngest baby, and I'm the youngest baby, and I'm out, baby. Peace.
No tears, long road, baby. It's more than love, baby. I'm a baby. Second guessing my feelings, being yours, baby. I ain't word on the talking, I want action, baby. Touch me, face me.